Good afternoon, wrestling fans, and happy Memorial Day from the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with Heartland Championship Wrestling. It is a pay-per-view broadcast. So we will be bringing you not 3, but 7 great matches today from the Sportatorium in Tampa, Florida, as we bring you Heartland Havoc 109, Refugee, and the music of Tom Petty we will celebrate today with a spectacular main event pitting the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Steve Dr. Death Williams against his challenger, the former champion, Nick Bockwinkel. But we have a full card of action. We've got grudge matches, we've got championship matches, and we have got 2 World Championship matches in our main events for today, with the main event culminating as Dr. Death and Nick Bockwinkel go at it once again with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. All right, but our first match will be a grudge match. No disqualification and no holds barred, as 2 historic rivals face off here in Florida. Introducing first from Death Valley, California, 6'3", 313 pounds. He is Ox Baker. Ox Baker coming to the ring to face off against his opponent, standing at 6'7" tall and weighing in at 284 pounds, from Albuquerque, New Mexico. It is not Walter White. It is not Saul Goodman. It is from Albuquerque, New Mexico, BRUISER BRODY. As these 2 double tough individuals with a long history of violent disagreements come together here in Tampa to open the show in a no disqualification grudge match. As the fans are filing in, welcome to referee James Lawrence III, Frank Wainscott, and Captain Carl H. to kick things off here on Memorial Day. Burgers, beer, and Heartland Championship Wrestling as we celebrate this Memorial Day and say a huge thank you to all who served. My late father was a Navy veteran, and thank him for his service. My late father-in-law from the Army, and many more who have served this nation proudly over the years to give us the freedom that we need to enjoy Heartland Championship Wrestling here on a sunny day in May. And as the competitors come together, the opening initiative role is won by BRUISER BRODY. Ox Baker, a heavy brought in by Jackie Fargo to help the Fargo cause. And Brody was one of the first to feel the wrath of Fargo and Baker to set up this grudge match today. And it is Brody who takes a shoulder tackle on Baker, but Baker stands his ground, and it is Baker who follows up with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes BRUISER BRODY, and on a roll of 9, that is the power roll, and it is BRUISER BRODY who is the more powerful of these 2 men, and he knocks Ox Baker to the canvas with a big shoulder block coming off the ropes, and now a one-hand body slam by Brody. Brody's going to go for the quick cover. The pin roll is 3 or lower, but on a roll of 9, Baker kicks out, and the match continues. So BRUISER BRODY asserting himself early in this contest. Brody is going to follow that up, and he is going to pitch Ox Baker out of the ring, and here we go. And on a roll of 11, that is a spectacular move. Actually, no, Baker is an A-rated, so that is the opponent comes out of the ring and tries to wail on you with an object like a steel chair. So Brody already going to the chair shots. There will be no disqualification in this situation as Brody just wails away on Baker with a steel chair. And they stay on the arena floor as Baker takes the abuse. And the match will continue on the arena floor, and this time it is Baker who grabs Brody, steals the chair away from him, and smashes Brody with the chair. Both men taking damage on the outside of the ring with those steel chair shots. Baker now in control, and it is Baker with a big leg drop, and he's going to go for a cover on Brody, and Brody kicks out of that one. Both these men trying to put an early finish to this match. Baker now back in control, and he's going to go for the heart punch. He goes for the heart punch. This is a +3 finisher. The pin roll here is 6, but on a roll of 9, Brody survives the heart punch, and the match continues. Wow, Brody is stunned from that heart punch. That is a devastating blow. But he managed to kick out of the pinfall, and Ox Baker is beside himself with perplexation. And it is now a big elbow smash from Baker. Brody manning up, gets to his feet. Baker with a double sledge. Brody just growls into the face of Ox Baker. Baker just bites the forehead of Bruiser Brody. Brody's had about enough of that, and it is Brody who picks up Baker and slams him down across the knee with a big backbreaker, and Baker will roll out of the ring after suffering that Bruiser backbreaker. Out of the ring we go once again, and it is Baker who once again grabs Brody by the back of the neck and slams Brody face first onto the steel steps at ringside. Baker now in control. Baker is going to go up for an attempted backbreaker. This is a death jump roll maneuver. Let's see, it's a choice H move, which is either death jump or agility, or no, death jump or agility on choice H. So he can hit that on a 7 or lower. Yeah, he'll go for the 7 or lower. And on a roll of 6, he connects with the backbreaker. And Brody is hurt. Baker follows that up with a grinding bear hug. And now it is Brody leaving the ring. Out of the ring goes Bruiser Brody. But on a roll of 8, it is Ox Baker who crawls back into the ring and forces Brody to roll back into the ring where Baker is waiting with malice aforethought. And he's going to go for that backbreaker again on a roll of 7 or lower. But this time Brody powers out of the backbreaker. And it is Brody who comes back with a twisting vertical suplex, and down hard to the canvas goes Ox Baker. Brody now takes control. Brody just stomping away on Ox Baker in the corner. Baker gets to his feet, and Baker has grabbed Brody now in some sort of a nerve hold. He's got him by the side of the neck, and Brody is writhing in pain. Baker continues to punish Brody with that nerve hold. And now Baker picks up Brody and body slams him down to the canvas hard. Baker still in control, and now a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Brody, and on a roll of 8, it is a running back elbow from Baker that stuns Brody. Brody is stunned. Baker now in control once again with a clubbing forearm. Baker follows that up and once again tries to take a bite out of the forehead of Bruiser Brody. And Brody is having none of that. Brody fires back and whips Ox Baker into the ropes. Off the ropes comes Baker, but on a roll of 3, it is Brody who sets his head too soon. Baker grabs him and slams him to the canvas hard in a pile driver, and Brody rolls out of the ring. Out of the ring we go once again. There will be no shenanigans quite yet, but on a roll of 8, it is Baker who waits it out and forces Brody to roll back into the ring. Baker now is going to go for that backbreaker once again. And on a roll of 7, he got him down. And Brody stays down. Baker now in control. A jumping stop from Baker. Ox Baker with a clubbing forearm, just pulling away on Bruiser Brody. Can't get him to stay down. Whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Brody, and another running back elbow from Baker. Baker slowly and methodically pounding away on Bruiser Brody. Baker with another clubbing forearm. Baker with another whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Brody, but this time on a roll of 4, it is Brody who comes barreling off the ropes with a big lariat that just turns Ox Baker inside out. And it is now Brody who takes control. Brody is going to go up for a death jump. And on a roll of 7, it is a flying clothesline off the top turnbuckle from Brody that puts Baker down onto the mat. Brody with a big boot to the face. Brody goes for the cover. The pin roll is 4 or lower. And on a roll of 4, he got him. Just like that, Bruiser Brody wins it with a big boot to the face. A big boot to the face has put Ox Baker's lights out and given Brody the victory. Now on a roll of doubles to end the feud match, that takes us to the feud table. And we'll see some shenanigans after the match here from the Filsinger Games standard feud table. And the roll is 6. One of your allies, let's see, you have just won the match. One of your allies storms the ring, and you double team the opponent, leaving him battered and beaten in the ring. After you and your ally leaves the ring, the opponent recovers and grabs a microphone. He challenges your ally to a match on the next card. Will you accept? So we will see who Brody brings to the ring as his ally. I didn't have an ally set up for Brody to begin with. I think I may have somebody allied with Brody in the Atlantic Wrestling Federation. It'll take me a moment here to open up my notes. Oh, and I misspoke. It is only Anderson who is aligned with Ox Baker in Atlanta. Jackie Fargo has Stan Hansen down in Texas. So the question is, who would be the one to come to the aid of Bruiser Brody? I have a couple of options here. So we will let the dice decide who the ally will be for Bruiser Brody. And it is going to be Dangerous Dan Spivey. Dangerous Dan Spivey comes out and gets involved with Bruiser Brody to beat down Ox Baker after the match. And it will be Ox Baker versus Dangerous Danny Spivey in a future Grudge match. So a new alliance formed here at Heartland Havoc 109 Refugee. The Refugee pay-per-view, as Dan Spivey comes to the aid of Bruiser Brody to put a beating on Ox Baker, and it will be Baker versus Spivey in an upcoming Grudge match. All right, so the opening contest has been completed. Congratulations to Bruiser Brody on a win over Ox Baker to kick off the show here at the Refugee pay-per-view. Up next, we have a title match brought to you by the Atlantic Wrestling Federation. The following contest is one fall with a 30-minute time limit, and it is for the Atlantic Tag Team Championship. The Atlantic Wrestling Federation runs shows in Florida and Georgia and the Carolinas. Introducing first the challengers at a total combined weight of 548 pounds. The team of Booker T and Stevie Ray, Harlem Heat, coming to you from 110th Street in Harlem, New York. Harlem Heat challenging for the Tag Team Championship in the Atlantic Territory. And their opponents weighing in at a total combined weight of 425 pounds. Brothers versus Brothers. These two come to you from Bay City, Michigan. They are your reigning and defending Atlantic Tag Team Champions. They are Rick and Scotty, the Steiner brothers. So the Steiner brothers to take on Harlem Heat here in our first championship match of the night with the Atlantic Tag Team Championship on the line. As we say hello to Derek Bauman Coming to ringside here and taking a seat. Welcome to the show. Our opening contest was a no disqualification grudge match with Bruiser BRODY picking up the win over Ox Baker. And after the match, BRODY was joined in the ring by his new ally, Dangerous Danny Spivey, to double up on a beatdown on Baker and set the stage for a Baker versus Spivey grudge match in the near future. But now it is championship time, so we get our championship dice warmed up. And it will be Scotty Steiner to start things off for the champions against Stevie Ray. Scotty Steiner versus Stevie Ray to kick off this Atlantic Tag Team Championship match. And the opening initiative role is won by Scotty Steiner. Scotty with a fireman's carry. But Stevie Ray blocks that attempt, and it is Stevie Ray with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Scotty, but on a roll of 4, it is Scotty who bounces forward off the turnbuckle and catches Stevie Ray with a skull-splitting running lariat, and down goes Stevie Ray. And Stevie Ray is slow to get to his feet as Scotty pumps up the crowd here in Tampa who love them some Steiner brothers. And it is a big fall-away slam from Scotty. He's going to go for a quick cover. The pin roll is only a 3, and on a pin roll of 8, Stevie Ray kicks out of that one. Need to set up my pin save counters here. And Scotty very quickly gets the advantage on Stevie Ray, goes for the quick cover, but Stevie Ray able to kick out. And now Scotty is going to go up for a death jump. Up to the top turnbuckle goes Scotty, and on a roll of 6, it is a flying clothesline off the top turnbuckle that puts Stevie Ray back down onto the canvas. He is in trouble. Tag to Rick Steiner, and we are going to see now a double team. And the Steiner brothers lift the opponent high in the air and deliver an awesome double neck breaker on Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray taking plenty of punishment here in the early going of this one. Rick Steiner now in the ring, barking at the crowd, the dog-faced gremlin. And it is going to be a German suplex attempted by Rick Steiner. And on a roll of 12, he gets him up, over, and down, hard to the canvas. A pinfall being attempted on a roll of 4 or lower. And Booker T has seen enough, he's going to hit the ring. And as Booker T hits the ring, he does distract the referee to break the pin count, and the referee orders him to leave. So Stevie Ray takes a point of fatigue. Harlem Heat uses a pin save, and Rick Steiner remains in control. And now Rick with a belly-to-belly suplex. He's going to make the cover again. The pin roll now is 5. Stevie Ray, Booker T's got to come in again, and this time, as we go to the standard pin save chart, it is Booker T hitting the ring, Scotty Steiner hits the ring, while the referee is distracted. It is Booker T who drops an elbow on Rick Steiner and rolls Stevie Ray over on top. The cover against Rick Steiner now, he'll be pinned on a roll of 3 or lower. And on a pin roll of 12, Scotty Steiner kicks out. So Stevie Ray takes another point of fatigue. The Harlem Heat has used all of their pin save attempts, but now Stevie Ray is in control after the outside attack by Booker T. And it is Stevie Ray who is going to choke Rick Steiner down with his boot and finally reach over and make the tag to Booker T. So Stevie Ray took plenty of punishment there in the early going. And it took both their pin saves for Booker T to save his brother. But the match continues with Booker T in control. And Booker with a big forearm smash on Steiner. Steiner fires right back with a series of crossface shots. Booker T stands his ground. And it is Booker T who is going to go for a drop kick. This is a choice C maneuver. So he will need a roll of 7 or lower to hit the big drop kick. And on a roll of 11, it is Rick who sidesteps the drop kick. And Rick fires back with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Booker T, and on a roll of 5, it is Booker T with a knee to the head of Steiner, and Steiner is stunned. Booker T now in control, and Booker calls in his brother, and they go for the double board buster, slamming Steiner down to the canvas hard. And Steiner slow to get to his feet. Stevie Ray with a scoop power slam, taking Steiner back down. Stevie Ray follows that up with a press slam. This is a choice F maneuver. He needs a roll of 7 or lower to complete that. He gets him up and down, and Steiner slowly gets to his feet, and Stevie Ray is going to tag his brother back into the match. Booker, the fresher of the two men, comes back in and immediately grabs Rick Steiner by the arm with a whip to the ropes. Hello, Al, Red Sox fan, and welcome to the Memorial Day pay-per-view broadcast here of Heartland Championship Wrestling. Off the ropes comes Rick Steiner, but on a roll of 4. That is a big clothesline from Steiner bouncing back off of the ropes, and that puts Rick Steiner in control. Rick with a back body drop. That is a choice C maneuver. He needs 6 or lower to complete that. But on a roll of 9, Booker T powers his way out of the attempted back body drop, lands on his feet, and hits Rick with a jumping side kick. Good move by Booker T. Very athletic individual is Booker T. And Booker follows that up with an attempt at a standing drop kick, and on a roll of 7, he nails the standing drop kick. And Steiner is stunned. He didn't get all of that. And as they come together, it is Rick who goes with a double leg takedown and takes Booker T down to the canvas. Booker reaches over and tags in Stevie Ray. Rick will tag Scotty back into the match. And as the two men come together, it is Steiner who takes control. And it is Steiner who goes for the hip lock. That's a power move, and Stevie Ray is the more powerful of the two men, so Stevie Ray blocks that, scoops Scotty up, and goes for a big power slam onto the mat. He's going to go for the cover here. The pinfall is only on Snake Eyes, and on a roll of 6, Scotty kicks out. But Harlem Heat now again exerting their power. Stevie Ray follows that up and just whips Scotty out of the ring. Out to the arena floor we go. And on a roll of 7, it is the helpless crawl for Scotty to get back into the ring ahead of the 10 count. Tag to Booker T. We're going to see a double team attempt here. And on a roll of 9, it is Stevie Ray holding on to Steiner, while Booker T comes off the ropes and delivers a running forearm smash. Booker T in control now on Scotty. And Booker T with an attempted vertical suplex. Scotty blocks that. And Scotty's going to try for a power slam. He'll be able to complete that on a roll of 6 or lower, but Booker T is able to power out of the power slam. And it is Booker T who comes back and gets the suplex this time. Scotty up, over, and down to the canvas hard. Scotty reaches over, tags in brother Rick, as Booker T got the best of Scotty on that exchange. Into the ring comes Rick Steiner, and he hits Booker T with a big body slam. Booker T gets right back to his feet. And it is Booker T who comes back with a drop kick and nails Steiner as Steiner came in. And Rick is going to try and tag out. He cannot get over to his brother. Booker T still in control. And Booker T now with a big vertical suplex, taking Rick Steiner back down to the canvas. This time Rick able to get over and tag back into Scotty. Into the ring comes Scotty. Very tightly competed tag team match here, as Scotty goes for the fireman's carry. Booker T blocks that, well scouted. And Booker T with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Scotty. And on a roll of 6, it is Scotty with a powerful flying shoulder tackle that stuns Booker T. Scotty follows that up with a whip to the ropes of his own. Off the ropes comes Booker T, and this time it is Booker T with a shoulder tackle that takes Scotty down to the canvas. These two men with a test of strength and a test of machismo in the center of the ring. And now Booker's going to try for the drop kick. But Scotty sidesteps the drop kick and comes back and nails Booker T with a Steiner line. Thomas Morgan here. I joined late. I'm going to check out the replay later. Welcome, Thomas Morgan. Scotty Steiner is in control here, and he rolls over Booker T with a single leg Boston Crab. Booker's going to try and get over to tag his brother. He's not able to do so, as Scotty maintains control with a big belly-to-belly suplex, taking Booker T down to the canvas hard. Scotty follows that up with a second belly-to-belly. Booker T goes down hard again. Tag to Rick Steiner. We're going to see some double team action for the Steiners. And on a roll of 5, it is a bone-crunching double clothesline from the Steiners that puts Booker T down on the canvas. Rick now in control. Backbreaker into the buckle ram. That is a painful-looking move there by Steiner. Rick follows that up with a double team backbreaker and elbow smash combination. And Booker T is stunned. Another Steiner double team coming here. And again, it is a bone-crushing double clothesline that obliterates Booker T. The Steiner brothers have the teamwork going here. And now it is Scotty going up for a death jump. But on a roll of 4, it is Scotty climbing to the top rope. He was too slow getting up there. And Booker T grabs Scotty and flings him down to the mat hard. Booker T now in control. Booker T with a jumping axe kick, showing that great athletic ability and flexibility. And Booker T now with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Scotty. And on a roll of 11, Scotty bounces off the turnbuckle and Booker T nails him with an incredible neck-breaking clothesline. Scotty is down once again. Booker now is going to go up for the death jump. And on a roll of 6, it is a flying clothesline off the top rope from Booker that puts Scotty back down on the mat. Tag to Stevie Ray. Double team coming from the Steiners, or from Harlem Heat. And on a roll of 4, it is a devastating double clothesline by the Harlem Heat that costs Scotty a point of fatigue. And Scotty is hurt. Stevie Ray now in control. Stevie Ray with a big scoop and a power slam. Can Scotty make the tag? No, he cannot on a roll of 10. And the punishment continues by Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray with a choke with a boot. Scotty still unable to make the tag. Tag to Booker T. Booker T still the fresher of the two men. They want to keep him in the ring. And a double gourd buster by Booker T and Stevie Ray puts Scotty back down on the canvas. And now it's Scotty who is pretty desperate to get a tag. Booker T's going to go for a moonsault, but on a roll of 12, Scotty gets out of the way of that. And it's Scotty who comes back with another Steiner line that stuns Booker T. Both men are down. Slow to get to their feet. Booker T first to get to his feet. And Booker with a forearm smash puts Scotty back down on the canvas hard. Scotty is down and he is hurt. What's Booker T going to do here? He hits the Harlem Hangover. That's a +1 finisher. The pin roll here is 5 or lower, so Rick's going to come in to make the save. And on a roll of 4, Rick is able, just in time, to make the pin save, and the match will continue. Booker T still in control after that Harlem Hangover. And Booker hits the Harlem Hangover again. The pin roll now is 6, and Rick's going to have to use the last pin save for the Steiner brothers. On a roll of 10, he can't get there. And on a roll of 6 or lower, we're going to have new tag team champions. But on a roll of 10, Scotty is just able to kick out. Oh my goodness, what a suspenseful match we are having here. Both teams have used all of their pin save attempts. Harlem Heat is in control. Tag to Stevie Ray. We're going to see another double team here from Harlem Heat. And on a roll of 7, it is a bone-crunching double clothesline from the members of Harlem Heat, putting Scotty back down onto the canvas. Steiner brothers in danger here of losing the titles. Sidewalk slam by Stevie Ray. Scotty slow to get to his feet. Stevie Ray with a whip to the ropes. Thinks better of that, and instead he is just going to go with a punch to the head. And Scotty is going to fire back with an attempted power slam. That's a choice F maneuver. So he will need a roll of 9 or lower to hit that. And he got it. He didn't get all of it. And Stevie Ray is going to try and get over and tag his brother. He cannot get there. Scotty now in control. Scotty with a single leg Boston Crab. Stevie Ray still cannot get over to tag his brother, so Scotty's going to tag in Rick, who is the fresher of the Steiner brothers. Rick comes into the match and just bites the forehead of Stevie Ray. Referee giving an admonishment there, and Stevie Ray finally able to get over and tag in his brother Booker T. This match is awesome, says referee James Lawrence III, and we're just getting started here. Booker T, the fresh man in the ring for Harlem Heat, and he goes with a forearm smash. Rick Steiner fires right back with a double team backbreaker and elbow smash, and Booker T rolls out of the ring. Out of the ring goes Booker T. But on a roll of 7, Rick's just going to wait it out and force Booker T to roll back into the ring ahead of the 10 count. Rick Steiner here in control. Belly to suplex. Steiner makes the cover. The pinroll here is 3 or lower. And on a roll of snake eyes, he got him. How about that? After a brutal match, it is the Steiner brothers pulling out the victory as Rick Steiner out of nowhere with a belly-to-belly suplex to defeat Booker T and save the title for the Steiner brothers. So celebration here in Tampa, Florida, as Rick and Scotty, the very popular Steiner brothers, have successfully defended the Atlantic Tag Team Championship after an incredible match against a very competitive Harlem Heat. All right, I need a swig of Diet Mountain Dew to get the voice back after that match, as referee James Lawrence says, what a match. What a match indeed, and congratulations to the Steiner brothers for a successful defense of the Atlantic Tag Team Championship. All right, next up we have for you another grudge match. This will not be just any old grudge match. This is going to be an I Quit match. Brought to you by the Filsinger Games Ringside Companion Volume 1. And by the way, we've got Al Red Sox fan if you're still here in the chat room. I was so excited to learn that you have decided to take the plunge and check out the Legends of Wrestling starter set. Yeah, I recommend the color starter set to get you started with the first group of wrestlers. And I also recommend the Filsinger Games Ringside Companion that has all of your specialty matches available, including today's I Quit match. Now, for a quick primer on the I Quit match, for me as much as y'all, because I have not run an I Quit match in this book as yet. This match sees the competitors try to force their opponents to surrender by saying, I quit. We will conduct this match under Texas Deathmatch rules, which means anything goes. And that is located on page 26 of the guide. So I am going to real quick grab a couple of sticky notes to keep track of these pages. And who better than Dory Funk Jr. and Dick MURDOCH to throw down in a hardcore Texas death match situation. Got the All right, we've got the Texas Deathmatch page bookmarked, and now we've got the I Quit page bookmarked. All right, pinfalls or submissions do not count. If you roll your pin and are pinned, add 2 to your pin or cage rating. If you roll your pin and are not pinned, add 1 to your pin or cage rating. Okay. Use the Hardcore Texas Deathmatch or the False Count Anywhere match as usual. Once your opponent's pin reaches 10, use the I Quit match when you roll the I Quit chart when you roll your finisher or the opponent rolls their pin. On results marked with an asterisk, if the reversal occurs and your pin is not up to 10, the opponent rolls on level 3 offense instead of rolling again on the chart. All right, so I think we've got the rules down pat. And let us get started with this I Quit match. Your next contest, ladies and gentlemen, will be an I Quit match with no disqualifications and no time limit. Introducing first, at 6'2" and 242 pounds from Amarillo, Texas, he is Dory Funk Jr. And his opponent comes to you from Waxahachie, Texas, 6'2", 275 pounds. He is Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch. So Dick Murdoch squaring off against Dory Funk Jr. in an I Quit match. These two are the respective allies of Terry Funk and Dusty Rhodes, who brought them into this feud as reinforcements. And we are going to see some fireworks here tonight in Tampa as Dick Murdoch and Dory Funk Jr. square off in this I Quit match. All right, and the opening initiative roll goes to Dory Funk Jr. Dory Funk Jr., really a good technical wrestler, by far the better of the two technical wrestlers here. And he's got some submission game, and that may come in handy in this match. Dick Murdoch is just a smash mouth, full speed ahead brawler. So he will, I'm sure, do his damage to Dory Funk Jr. before the night is over here in Tampa. And it is Dory coming out with an attempt at a back suplex, which is a choice D maneuver. He'll need a roll of 9 or lower to complete that. And on a roll of 5, he gets him up, over, and down. And Murdoch is already hurt. Dory Funk follows that with a series of forearms, huge forearm uppercuts. And that puts Murdoch down for a potential pinfall. And on a roll of 4, there's no pinfall, but that is going to cost Murdoch an early point of fatigue as the match continues. And now it is the Indian Deathlock applied by Dory Funk Jr. Working that submission game already. And on a roll of 6, he gets the Indian Deathlock in place. And Murdoch is already in some trouble. Dory follows that up with a butterfly suplex. That's another finisher. That's a +1 finisher. So on a roll of 11, Murdoch kicks out, but takes another point of fatigue. Doesn't really kick out. But again, as the rules suggest, if it is a pin attempt and you don't hit that pin number, it becomes +1 fatigue token. If you do hit the pin number, it is +2. So Murdoch is already up to a total of 5 on his pin rating. And in fact, we'll just do it that way. Instead of counting fatigue tokens, we'll count total pin for this match. It'll be 5 for Murdoch and 2 for Dory Funk now to start things off. Yes, indeed, Al, you can play the game with the set you bought. The starter set contains all the rules that you'll need, and those rules will apply to every version of the game. All right, so Dory Funk Jr. just nailed Murdoch with a butterfly suplex, and Murdoch is in trouble. And now it is Dory Funk choosing to keep the match in the ring rather than let things stumble to the outside, and instead Dory Funk goes with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Murdoch, but on a roll of 7, it is a running back elbow from Dory Funk Jr. That stuns Murdoch. Now, Funk Jr. with Dory Funk with an arm wringer, and Murdoch follows that up and just picks up Dory Funk and body slams him down to the canvas. Big body slam by Murdoch, another big body slam by Murdoch, and Dory Funk is slow to get to his feet, but he does get to his feet, and it is Dory with a shoulder tackle that takes Murdoch down to the canvas again. Dory Funk in control, those huge forearm uppercuts, punishing Murdoch. Murdoch on one knee as Funk pounds away. And now Funk tries a drop kick, but Murdoch got out of the way of that one. And it is Murdoch who follows that up and just puts a stomp on Dory Funk Jr. Both men still down. Dory Funk first to his feet, goes for the overhead wrist lock. Murdoch's not in the mood to mess around with any wrestling holds, but he takes a headlock on Dory Funk and just rolls him over, hip locks him down to the canvas. And now a big suplex from Dick Murdoch. Big suplex puts Dory Funk down onto the canvas. That's about as much wrestling as you'll see out of Murdoch, but that is a punishing move, slamming his opponent down to the mat. And now it's Murdoch with a whip to the turnbuckle. And on a roll of 11, coming off the turnbuckle, it is Murdoch coming with a big specialty move, a flying knee smash right to the head of Dory Funk Jr., and Dory Funk Jr. goes down. Murdoch now comes out with a steel pipe and starts wailing away on Funk with a steel pipe in the ring. And Murdoch now just rakes his bootlaces across the face of Dory Funk Jr. Murdoch with a wrenching armbar. And Murdoch now with a big bionic elbow that stuns Dory Funk. Murdoch follows that up with another big suplex, and Funk is hurt. Murdoch now with another wrenching armbar. Trying to get control here. Another big bionic elbow, but Funk just will not go down. Murdoch with a stomp to the gut of Dory Funk. Murdoch with another big suplex. Funk gets to his feet. Another big stomp from Murdoch. Funk taking all kinds of punishment here and will not go down. A series of left hands from Murdoch. Funk is stunned. Another big suplex, and finally Dory Funk Jr. goes down. And now we're going to see some rough stuff from Dick Murdoch. Murdoch again grabs that metal pipe and wails away on Dory Funk. This time he catches him across the head. And he has opened up Dory Funk Jr. with a cut to the forehead. Murdoch follows that up with another smash of the steel pipe. Dory Funk partially blocked that one. Another big suplex. Dory Funk is down, but will not stay down. Murdoch with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Dory, and as he bounces forward, he nails Murdoch with a skull-splitting lariat and takes Murdoch down to the canvas. Now Dory Funk has got some shenanigans coming, and they brawl into the crowd. It's total mayhem. Murdoch and Funk brawling into the crowd. And now it is Funk who grabs a steel chair and smashes Murdoch with it. Steel chair shot from Dory Funk. What's he going to do now? He's going to try to go for a suplex on the outside of the ring, but Murdoch hits Dory Funk with a low blow, and it is Murdoch who takes control. Funk staggering back into the ring with Murdoch in pursuit. Murdoch with a knee drop from the bottom rope. Funk is hurt. Murdoch with another big bionic elbow. Right to the forehead where Dory Funk has been busted open. And MURDOCH working over that cut. He hits him again with an elbow smash right to the cut. MURDOCH has donned the crimson mask. As MURDOCH with a big suplex takes him up, over, and down, and it is Dory Funk who rolls out of the ring for his own protection. MURDOCH in pursuit. Just flipping over my Texas Deathmatch roll here. I can also use the falls count anywhere. So we'll use the falls count anywhere this time. As MURDOCH pursues Dory Funk. And on a roll of 10, it is Funk who makes a comeback and grabs an object like a lady's umbrella and smashes MURDOCH. So Funk, with the help of an umbrella taken from a lady at ringside, has just gouged the forehead of MURDOCH, and now both men are busted open. As Funk fights fire with fire. Dory Funk Jr., what's he going to do now? A body slam onto the arena floor. Opponent rolls pin. The pin roll now is 6. And on a roll of 5, that's going to cost MURDOCH 2 points of fatigue after that big body slam onto the floor. And now they are in the locker room. They're in the locker room with Dory Funk still in control. And Dory, with a roll of 6, rams the head of MURDOCH into a steel locker. MURDOCH staggers out of the locker room, and we're back in the arena on the rampway here. And on the rampway, Dory Funk still on the offensive. But on a roll of 9, it is MURDOCH who makes a big comeback, scoops Dory Funk up and slams him onto the concrete steps down the ringside. As they were coming down the aisle, MURDOCH just picked up Dory Funk Jr. and slammed him onto the concrete. And now MURDOCH has a chance to do some damage. MURDOCH puts Dory Funk down again, but this time it is Dory Funk who makes a comeback and bashes MURDOCH again with a steel chair. Damage being done here, and on a roll of 5, that's another 2 points of damage, and now MURDOCH is risking the I quit table. Match goes back into the ring. Dory Funk in control with an elbow drop. MURDOCH is hurt. Funk with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes MURDOCH, but on a roll of 4, it is MURDOCH who grabs Dory Funk and puts him down with an awesome pile driver. MURDOCH now in control. MURDOCH is going to go for a flying head scissors. That is a choice C move. He needs a roll of 7 or lower to complete that. On a roll of 7, he does get him down, and it is MURDOCH who retains control. MURDOCH now rakes the face once again with the bootlaces. Both these men are busted open. MURDOCH in big trouble here. What's he going to do next? MURDOCH with a fireman's carry takeover. Puts Funk down on the canvas. But Funk, as he gets up, tries to catch an overhead wrist lock. That's not going to work, as MURDOCH just suplexes him up and down hard onto the mat. MURDOCH tries for the cover there and does not get it, but that takes another point of fatigue out of Dory Funk Jr., and that's going to give MURDOCH another opportunity to use that Texas Deathmatch roll. I've got the sticky note on the wrong page here. Now we are good, as MURDOCH is going to go out of the ring, and on a roll of 12, MURDOCH goes outside of the ring, gets a table, and brings it into the ring. He places Funk onto the table and climbs up on the turnbuckle for a suicide dive. Roll 1 die to see what happens. So on a roll of even, he's going to hit the dive, and on a roll of odd, he's going to miss. And on a roll of 1, MURDOCH misses, and it is MURDOCH who smashes through the table. He tried to put Dory Funk through the table. Dory Funk rolled out of the way. MURDOCH now in trouble. And on a roll of 10, it is MURDOCH who produces a pair of handcuffs and handcuffs MURDOCH to the top rope and rains down with fists and weapons on the helpless opponent. He's got that umbrella again, and he's going to go for the eyes of Dick MURDOCH, and Dick MURDOCH is forced to say, "I quit." What a bloodbath we have seen here as Dory Funk Jr. has beaten Dick MURDOCH in this I Quit match after busting him open and gouging his forehead with an umbrella and threatening to go after the eye of Dick MURDOCH with that umbrella to force Dick MURDOCH to give it up. So Dory Funk Jr. is your winner, looking none the worse for wear after a brutal I Quit match. And a brutal match indeed that was. All right, so we are 3 matches down, 4 to go here. And the rest of tonight's card will be championship matches, as both MURDOCH and Dory Funk Jr. are being tended to by the Heartland training staff at ringside, and being helped back out of the ring area as the cleaning staff comes in to get rid of all the blood that was spilled in that match. We are now going to see a tag team championship match. Brought to you by Pro Wrestling Mid-America. Pro Wrestling Mid-America runs Texas, Missouri, St. Louis, Kansas City, the Central States areas, with a combination of the Stars of Texas and the Stars from the AWA back in the day. And tonight it will be the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship on the line. As we get things set up for the Tag Team Championship match. Introducing first the challengers. At a total combined weight of 526 pounds. Coming to you first from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 5'11", 265 pounds. He is the Crusher. And his tag team partner comes to you from Reno, Nevada, 6'1", 261 pounds. He is Dick the Bruiser. So Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher, former Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Champions, will face off against the new champions, the men who took a few shortcuts and won the tag team titles from Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. The total combined weight here is 441 pounds. Out of Blackwell, Oklahoma, they are Jack and Jerry Briscoe. So the Briscoe brothers, Jack and Jerry, from the Thagos Trez Hall of Fame Pro Wrestling set 2020, facing the Crusher from Expansion Pack 3, and a bootleg version of Dick the Bruiser brought to you by the Underground Union of Bootlegs, or whatever they call that bunch. All right, the Briscoe brothers against Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher for the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship in our next contest. And it will be Jerry Briscoe starting things off against Dick the Bruiser. Bruiser and Crusher very unhappy about the way they lost those tag team titles, and they are looking to regain the belts here in Tampa. As the opening initiative role goes to the challengers, Dick the Bruiser coming out aggressively and just grabs Briscoe by the face, Jerry, and tries to fish hook him. Jerry is going to follow that, is going to counter that with an attempted drop kick. That's a choice C maneuver. He'll need 8 or lower to hit that. And on a roll of 12, Dick the Bruiser just powers out of that attempt at a drop kick and comes back instead with a big body slam. He's going to go for the quick cover here on Jerry. 3 or lower is the pin count, and on a roll of 5, Jerry kicks out. But Dick the Bruiser asserting himself here early in this match. And Dick the Bruiser now goes to the stomach claw. That is an add 1 maneuver. Jerry's going to try and get over and make the tag to Brother Jack, and he is able to get there. So, boy, Jerry Brisco came out on the losing end of that first matchup with Dick the Bruiser. Cost him 2 fatigue tokens already. We'll see if Jack can fare any better against these angry powerhouses. Jack's going to attempt a snapmare. Bruiser's going to have none of that. And it is Bruiser who blocks that and just rakes his boot across the face of Jack Brisco. Jack is not able to tag in his brother as Dick comes back with another boot rake. Brisco gets to his feet, and this time it is Jack who tries for a double leg takedown, and again, Dick the Bruiser will not go down. Boy, Dick the Bruiser with a lot of reversals on his card, and Dick the Bruiser comes back with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Jack Brisco, and on a roll of 10, that is a big kick from Dick the Bruiser that stuns Jack Brisco. Tag made to the Crusher. In comes the Crusher, taking control on Jack Brisco, who was stunned by that big kick. And now a knee drop from the Crusher. But Jack Brisco rolls out of the way of that one. Took a little too long. And it is Jack who picks up picks up the Crusher in a fireman's carry, and he's going to go for the airplane spin. And he completes the airplane spin and just dumps the Crusher to the canvas. Crusher not very happy about that, but Jack Brisco stays on him, and it is Brisco with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes the Crusher, and on a roll of 10, it is a running double clothesline. The advantage goes to the wrestler with the better ropes rating, and that is Jack Brisco. Jack Brisco in charge here after that running double clothesline, and Brisco with a gut-wrench backbreaker takes Crusher down to the canvas. Nicely executed technical move there. Jack goes for the cover. Pin roll is on Snake Eyes, but on a roll of 8, the Crusher is able to kick out, and the match continues. Jack Brisco in control, doing what he does best, and that is wrestling. And here is Jack with the figure 4 leg lock. Figure 4 leg lock applied. This is a +2 submission maneuver. So the pin roll here is 5, and Dick the Bruiser is going to come in and try for the pin save. On a roll of 7, he can't get there. And on a roll of 5 or lower, Crusher will be forced to submit. But on a roll of 9, he is able to escape and get to the bottom rope. Nicely done by Jack Brisco there. Tags in brother Jerry. And we're going to see some double team action. And on a roll of 7, that is a bone-crushing double clothesline that takes Crusher back down to the mat. And now it is Jerry going up for a 3/4 Nelson and Grapevine combination. That is a choice H maneuver, which means he either needs to hit a death jump or an agility roll. He's got a much better odds on the agility roll of 10 or lower. And he is able to complete the move. And it is Crusher who goes down and stays down. Nicely executed 3/4 Nelson and Grapevine by Jerry Brisco. And Brisco is going to follow that up with a figure 4 leg lock of his own. Working that injured knee, the pinfall now, or the submission roll now is 6 or lower. So Bruiser's going to have to come back in to make the pin save, and on a roll of 4, he is successful in saving his partner. But the challengers have used both of their attempts now. Pops Reviews is here in the chat room enjoying the content, and welcome to pay-per-view action here from Tampa, Florida. The Brisco brothers defending the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship against the former champions Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. And now it is Jerry who's going to tag in Jack, and we're going to see once again some double team action. And on a roll of 8, it is a awesome double neck breaker that drops Crusher back down to the canvas. He goes down and stays down. Crusher in big trouble here. Jack Brisco is in control. And it is Brisco who is going to go for a Thez press, a choice G maneuver. So he's going to need to hit a death jump roll here. And Crusher actually has a good death jump rating. And on a roll of 3, that is bad for Jack and good for the Crusher. As Jack comes off the ring for that Thez press, it is Crusher who reverses it into a power slam and is going to go for a quick cover. The pin roll is Snake Eyes, but on a roll of 7, Jack kicks out of that. but that gives Crusher the opportunity to take control after a very nicely executed reversal. Crusher now with the stomach claw. BRISCO gets to his knees, and Crusher is going to tag in the fresh man, Dick the Bruiser. Another very good tag team match here. We've seen great matches here all over the place, and now it is a boot rake from Dick the Bruiser, just humiliating him. That's more mind games than any kind of damaging wrestling hold. But now Dick the Bruiser with a big stomp to the gut of Jack Briscoe, and another stomp, and Briscoe is finally going to get back to his feet, and a reversal for Briscoe, and Briscoe with a deep arm drag takes Bruiser down. Both men get to their feet. Bruiser gets to his feet first and just rakes the eyes of Jack Briscoe. But Briscoe follows that up with a whip to the ropes and a jumping knee drop that scores right up under the chin of Dick the Bruiser. Again, both men are staggered as they come back together. Dick the Bruiser again with a rake of the eyes, followed by a forearm smash. Dick the Bruiser now with a knee smash, and Jack Briscoe is stunned. Another forearm smash from Dick the Bruiser, and this time it is Briscoe who is able to counter that with another knee smash to the gut, and that puts Jack Briscoe in control, and it's Jack Briscoe with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Dick the Bruiser, and on a roll of 6, it is Dick the Bruiser who lifts his knee and nails Jack Briscoe in the rib cage as Briscoe was charging in at the turnbuckle. Dick the Bruiser now in control with a snapmare, but Jack Briscoe gets to his feet, and it's Briscoe who tries for the body slam. He's not going to be able to get Dick the Bruiser up, and instead Bruiser with a forearm smash that stuns Jack. Jack not able to get over and make the tag as Dick the Bruiser is in control. Bruiser now with another snapmare. Briscoe sidesteps that, and with a deep arm drag takes Dick the Bruiser back down to the canvas. Nice counter wrestling by Jack Briscoe, and Jack now with a double leg takedown. And Bruiser just grabs him and starts choking him. Whatever Jack Briscoe had in mind for the follow-up there was cut short by a chokehold from Dick the Bruiser. Referee forces the count to be broken, and Jack will come over and tag into Jerry Briscoe. Jerry comes into the ring, and he will attempt a drop kick. He needs a roll of 8 or lower to hit that, and indeed he hits it. Nice looking drop kick there by Jerry Briscoe, puts Briscoe in control. Jerry now again tries for a body slam. That's not going to happen against the man with the strength of Dick the Bruiser. Another tactical error by the Briscoes as Bruiser just hits Jerry with a forearm smash. Jerry not able to get over and make the tag. And Dick the Bruiser now with another snapmare, taking Briscoe down to the canvas and working the neck. Briscoe still cannot get out of the ring as Dick the Bruiser is now working the head twist. And he continues to work the head twist until Briscoe is finally able to get to his feet and is able to get Dick the Bruiser up, over, and down to the canvas with a monkey flip. Nice counter there by Jerry Briscoe. Briscoe follows that up with a knee drop. Both men get to their feet, but it is Briscoe with another fireman's carry. Oh, but cannot get Bruiser up as Bruiser interrupts that with another forearm smash. Bruiser now follows up the forearm smash with another boot rake. And it is Jerry now who is aggravated. And a big body slam from Dick the Bruiser. And Jerry Briscoe is going to roll out of the ring. He might not want to do too much brawling on the outside of the ring with a man the likes of Dick the Bruiser. But the Briscoe brothers are smart, and they know that the challengers have to win this match in the ring. And so if they can lure them into a disqualification on the arena floor, that's more power to them. But on a roll of 5, it is Bruiser coming out of the ring, and Briscoe grabs Bruiser. He got the drop on him, and he slams Dick the Bruiser face first into the steel post at ringside. And we may see Jerry Briscoe get disqualified for that. There's one. But no, Jerry Briscoe will not be disqualified. I always roll the DQs twice. And it is Jerry Brisco in control now after slamming the head of Dick the Bruiser into the steel ring post. And now Jerry's going to take things back into the ring and just hitting a knee drop on Dick the Bruiser. Dick the Bruiser back into the ring now. Jerry hits him with a knee drop. And now Jerry tags into Jack, and they execute a double tackle on Dick the Bruiser. And that is an add one move. And Dick the Bruiser is stunned. Jack now the legal man in the ring. All four men now having absorbed some measure of fatigue. As Jack is going to come with the Thez press once again. And on a roll of 12, he hits the Thez press. He got all of that one. He goes for the cover. The pin roll here is 3. There is no pin save. But on a roll of 6, Dick the Bruiser is able to kick out from the Thez press. Jack still in control. And Jack now goes for a gut wrench backbreaker, taking Dick the Bruiser down to the canvas hard. Brisco follows that up with a big suplex. He's going to go for another cover here. The pin roll is 4 or lower. And on a roll of 7, Dick the Bruiser is able to kick out. But the challengers have used all of their pin saves. And up to them, and now it's just going to be a gut check every time there is a pin attempt. And now a lateral guillotine by Jack Brisco. Another painful hold. Can Dick the Bruiser get out and make the tag? Yes, he can. And it is the Crusher who is somewhat fresh, but back into the ring. Both these guys have taken a lot of punishment in this match. Crusher tries for a punch to the throat, but Jack Brisco blocks that, and it is Brisco with a knee breaker, attempted knee breaker. The Crusher is not going to stand for that, and instead it is a stop to the body by the Crusher that sends Jack Brisco staggering backwards. They come together again, and it is Brisco with a double leg takedown that puts Crusher back onto the canvas. Brisco with a deep arm drag as Crusher gets to his feet, Crusher back down. Another knee breaker from Jack Brisco. Jack tags in brother Jerry. Brisco's again will attempt a double team, and they get Crusher high up into the air for an awesome double neck breaker, and down to the canvas hard goes the Crusher. Jerry Brisco now the legal man in the ring. He's going to go for that three-quarter Nelson and Grapevine. That, that is a choice H move. And I think we figured out that, yeah, the agility roll 10 or lower is the way to go on that one. So he gets the submission hold in place. Crusher is going to try to tag his partner, but on a roll of 7, he is unable to do so. Jerry maintaining the submission hold, which is finally broken, but he goes with a falling leg snap, doing more damage to that knee where he had the grapevine applied previously. Crusher gets to his feet, and Crusher just with a big body slam on Jerry Brisco, and now Jerry is going to roll out of the ring once again. This actually worked to his advantage the last time he tried it, but on a roll of 11, that is not going to work to the advantage of Jerry Brisco, as Crusher is going to come off of the ring apron with a big running Crusher bolo punch that puts Jerry Brisco down, and we may see a count out here on a roll of 5 or lower. But on a roll of 9, Jerry Brisco is able to get back into the ring after taking a point of fatigue. So the Crusher with a big reversal there, and Crusher now is going to try for a ram into the ring post. This is a choice H maneuver. So that means either an agility roll of 6 or lower or a death jump roll on B. So we'll go for the death jump B roll. But on a roll of 9, that is successful. That is a successful move. So Crusher is able to ram Brisco into the ring post, and Brisco is staggered. Crusher now follows that up with a knee drop. But Brisco rolls out of the way of the knee drop, and that puts Brisco in control with another falling leg snap. Crusher counters that with a big bear hug. Bear hug applied by the Crusher, and that is punishing. He's got a big weight and strength advantage over Jerry Brisco. Jerry trying to get over to tag his brother. and is unable to do so as the Crusher continues the punishment. And now the Crusher is going to go for that ram to the ring post again. Oh, but this time on a roll of 4, it is Jerry Brisco ducking out of the way of that ram to the ring post, and he sends Crusher careening into the ring post. What a reversal by Jerry Brisco. Jerry now, what's he going to do? He is going to go for, he's not going to be able to do a body slam. That was a bad decision. As now an atomic drop from the Crusher puts the Crusher back in control. Crusher with a knee drop. Both men are down. Jerry's the first to his feet, goes for the single leg takedown. Crusher blocks that, and it is Crusher with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Jerry Brisco, and on a roll of 8, it is a big kick from the Crusher that stuns Jerry Brisco. Crusher follows that up with another knee drop. Brisco is still stunned. Crusher with another knee drop. Can Jerry get over and make the tag? No, he cannot. Crusher tags in Dick the Bruiser, and we're going to see some double team action here. And on a roll of 7, it is a running forearm smash from Dick the Bruiser that keeps the challengers in control. Bruiser now with another snapmare and a head twist. That head twist looks pretty annoying. And Crusher now with a big knee smash. Jerry Brisco is still hurt and desperate to get out and tag his brother Jack. A boot rake from Dick the Bruiser. And now another tag. And on a roll of 9, it is a deadly elbow smash from the Crusher to the head of Jerry Brisco. The challengers maintain control. And now another big bear hug from the Crusher. And Brisco is able to escape out of the ring again. And on a roll of 11, it is another big cannonball off of the ring apron by the Crusher. Another count-out roll, this time on 6 or lower. And on a roll of 9, Jerry once again survives and gets back into the ring, where the Crusher is waiting with all kinds of evil intentions in mind. Here is the stomach claw by the Crusher. Brisco gets to his knees. Another bear hug. Brisco suffering. Still unable to make the tag. Crusher now is going to try that ram to the ring post again. And on a roll of 8, he connects. And Brisco hits the ring post hard. And it is another ram to the ring post attempted by the Crusher. He got him again. And this time it is a pin attempt. The pin now is 7, so Jack is going to have to come in and make the pin save, and he is able to get there in time. But Jerry Brisco is in a world of hurt now. He's got 5 fatigue tokens, and the Crusher ain't letting up. Tag to Dick the Bruiser. Double team attempt, and on a roll of 5, that is a devastating double bolo punch by Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. Another fatigue token put on Jerry Brisco. Dick the Bruiser now goes for the stomach claw. That's an add 1 maneuver. And Jerry Brisco is now up to 7 fatigue tokens. He has just about put his lights out as Dick the Bruiser continues to pour on the punishment. Whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Jerry. But on a roll of 6, it is Jerry who reverses the whip to the turnbuckle. Dick the Bruiser comes off the turnbuckle, and on a roll of 6, it is Bruiser who lifts a knee into the head of Jerry Brisco to maintain control. Another whip to the turnbuckle. Jerry comes off the buckle, and this time it is Jerry who lifts the knee to the head of Dick the Bruiser. Jerry has a window of opportunity here. He cannot get it, as he is unable to get out of the way of Dick the Bruiser, as Bruiser's got him trapped in the corner with a knee smash. Knee smash by Dick the Bruiser. Another knee smash by Dick the Bruiser. This time Jerry is going to roll out of the ring again. And on a roll of 8, Bruiser's going to wait it out and make Jerry come back in with a helpless crawl. Dick the Bruiser is waiting. Pile driver. Pile driver on Jerry Brisco. And he is still unable to make the tag. Jerry Brisco in all kinds of trouble here. Dick the Bruiser follows that up and whips him out of the ring. Out to the arena floor we go. And again, Dick the Bruiser's just going to wait it out and force Jerry to come back into the ring and fight like a man. And now the top rope knee drop by Dick the Bruiser. That's a +2 finisher. So that puts the finisher at 12. Luckily, Jack still has a pin save attempt, but on a roll of 9, he can't get there. And on anything but a roll of 12 here, Jerry Brisco will be pinned and we'll have new tag team champions. And on a roll of 9, he got him. So Jerry Brisco took all kinds of punishment in that match. A total of 8 fatigue tokens on Jerry. Only 1 on Jack. And Dick the Bruiser with the top rope knee drop. Has pinned Jerry Brisco, and Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher are now your new, actually have regained the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship. And that will mean that the next time these two teams come together, will be 2 out of 3 falls. As Bruiser and Crusher, after a grueling match, have regained the tag team championships in Pro Wrestling Mid-America. So they suffered, and the Brisco brothers did a lot of damage, but they were able to isolate Jerry for a long period of time and finally score the victory by way of the top rope knee drop from Dick the Bruiser to Jerry Brisco. Yeah, Salvador America is here in the chat room. Thank you for joining us, and we are just over the midway point of our pay-per-view broadcast, an hour and 18 minutes in, and still going strong. Thank you to everybody who has come in to support today's broadcast. And there's still plenty to come. The following contest is a best 2 out of 3 falls matchup for the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. These two men have been battling it out. They've traded the titles back and forth, and they will settle their issues here tonight. Best 2 out of 3 falls. Introducing first, the challenger from Sarasota, Florida, standing at 6'1", weighing 248 pounds. He is the Macho Man Randy Savage. Randy Savage coming in to challenge for the championship. And his opponent is the reigning and defending Atlantic Heavyweight Champion, accompanied to the ring by James J. Dillon. He is 6'7", 273 pounds. Out of Sweetwater, Texas, he is Barry Windham. So Windham is your reigning and defending Atlantic Heavyweight Champion. And he has a 2 out of 3 falls opportunity to put aside Randy Savage's challenge once and for all. As we welcome Carl Zilla to the chat room. Great fans here today, great crowd. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. And while I'm thinking about it, I'll take a moment here during the intermission to send my thoughts and prayers to our good friend ID Jester. As announced on his channel, he has some health issues ongoing. You can check out the details on the ID Jester channel. And we certainly wish him all the best in the days and weeks to come, with our thoughts and prayers alongside. All right, we are ready for action here as Barry Windham moves out against Randy the Macho Man Savage. Best 2 out of 3 falls for the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. And, oh my goodness, our first roll is tied, the initiative roll, which means we were going to have some shenanigans here. First opening of the match shenanigans, we go to our face to the match shenanigans book, to the ring matches on the wild card, and it will be Savage who rolls on the chart, and the roll is 6-3. Is he mean? Actually, he is the babyface in this situation, and Windham is the heel. So the answer is no. And that means that it is Wyndham who is able to grab a headlock onto Savage and taunt him in front of the TV camera. So Wyndham is taking control here early in the match as the heel, and he has got a little illegal chokehold going on Savage as they come together in the opening lockup, and the referee is trying to intervene there, but it is a kick to the chest from Wyndham. And Savage is just not going to be one to put up with any of that, and he just gets out and slaps Wyndham across the face. Wyndham disrespected Savage, and Savage returned the favor. And as they come together again, it is Wyndham who tries for the elbow smash. Savage dodges that. Savage the faster of the two men. Wyndham with the advantage in the power. And it is Savage who comes back with a knee drop onto Wyndham. A knee smash to the gut. Staggering Barry Wyndham, and now a running knee to the back is going to send Wyndham out to the arena floor. Already action spills out of the ring, but Savage is going to bide his time in the ring, and Wyndham is forced to make the helpless crawl back in, where Savage greets him with a flying axe handle. Savage in control. Savage now with another knee drop, and Wyndham is going to leave the ring once again, trying to lure Savage into an outside the ring confrontation, but once again it is Savage who takes control. Savage has the better out of the ring rating. And Savage now with a pile driver as Wyndham rolls back into the ring. Savage picked him up and just dumped him on his head. Savage still in control. Thought about a whip to the ropes, thought better of it, and instead is going to try for a body slam. That is a choice C roll. So he will need a roll of 6 or lower to pull this one off, and on a roll of 5, he got him up, over, and down, and Wyndham stays down. Savage goes for the flying elbow smash. That's a +3 finisher. Will he get the pinfall on a roll of 5 or lower? He does not get the pinfall, as Wyndham is able to get that long leg over the bottom rope. After being hit by the flying elbow smash, the match continues. Savage is going to drag him out to the center of the ring and try it again. Another flying elbow smash, and just like that, he captures the pinfall. Savage wins the first fall with the flying elbow smash. And he already has taken control. It is 1-0 in favor of the Macho Man. And James J. Dillon is concerned. Savage with the flying elbow drop after Wyndham rolled out of the ring, came back into the ring, got dumped on his head, and took 2 flying elbow drops for Savage to gain the pinfall and win the first fall. There will be a rest break here, so we subtract a fatigue token from Wyndham, as Wyndham is out getting a rest and a bottle of water and some advice from James J. Dillon at ringside, but his work is cut out for him here, as he is going to have to beat Macho Man twice in a row to retain his title. And as they come together again, it is Wyndham who takes the advantage, and he's going to go for a one-arm body slam. That is a choice B maneuver. He doesn't want to try the agility, so we'll go with a whip to the turnbuckle. Okay, so there will be no body slam. It's a whip to the turnbuckle, and off the turn, and Savage with a reversal of the whip to the turnbuckle, and off the turnbuckle comes Wyndham, and Savage nails him with a big kick. Boy, Savage has just had the advantage over Wyndham at every turn. Savage now, another running knee to the back, and Wyndham is hurt. Savage with a rope straddle, choking his man down. Wyndham still hurt. Savage with an elbow to the head, and finally Wyndham is able to get to his feet and retaliate. And Wyndham comes from behind and gets the sleeper. Sleeper hold applied by Barry Wyndham. And now it is Savage who is going to drop down and leave the ring to escape from the sleeper hold. He grabbed the top rope, forcing the break, and Savage just vaults out of the ring and down to the arena floor. And now as Wyndham follows, it is Savage who grabs Wyndham and slams him face first onto the announcer's table. Will we see a disqualification here? No. The match continues with Savage in control. And now more out of the ring action. No shenanigans quite yet. And this time it is WINDHAM. It is WINDHAM who grabs Savage. And on a roll of 5, let's see, B5 on the out of the ring. Yeah, that's the clean win. Savage is grabbed by WINDHAM and slammed onto the announcer's table. And we'll not see WINDHAM get disqualified, but he's got the advantage for the first time. And he is going to continue to do battle here on the arena floor. And this time we will see shenanigans. On a roll of 12, we are going to see a possible double countout. We'll see a double countout on a roll of 2 to 5. But on a roll of 9, action will continue. And this time it will be Ringside Mayhem. Ringside Mayhem for these two men is going to be the foreign object chart. We go to the foreign object charts. And into the match now, the ring steps are going to come into play. Gut check roll for both men. And it is WINDHAM who wins the gut check roll, and he slams the steel steps onto the head of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. That's going to cost Savage a point of fatigue. Will there be a disqualification here? Possibly. No, there will not be a disqualification, but WINDHAM now is taking control as Savage was slammed on the head by the ring steps. And now it is going to be WINDHAM going for a death jump. And on a roll of 8, he nails a flying clothesline off the top turnbuckle. Savage is down. WINDHAM is in control. Out of the ring we go once again. And there's no choice on that for WINDHAM. They've got to go outside the ring. But on a roll of 10, it is the steel chair shot again by WINDHAM onto Savage. Will there be a disqualification here? No, there will not be. WINDHAM hoping to escape with his title by way of the disqualification. The title cannot change hands on a disqualification, but WINDHAM wins the smack with the steel chair. And now as they come back into the ring, it's going to be another death jump. And this time on a roll of 5, it is Savage who catches WINDHAM coming off the top turnbuckle and throws him down to the canvas hard. And it's going to be Savage now thinking about a death jump. He thinks better of it, and instead he is just going to go with an elbow smash to the head. WINDHAM fires back with an uppercut, and that staggers the Macho Man. WINDHAM follows that up with a drop kick. The Macho Man is again staggered, but will not go down. Now the sleeper hold applied once again, and Savage goes down to his knees. Savage in trouble here as WINDHAM has got him in the sleeper hold. And now it is out of the ring we go once again. Joseph Hinkle joins us in the chat room. Out of the ring goes the Macho Man. Will there be shenanigans? No. And instead it is the roll of 11. And again, that is a steel chair shot from WINDHAM. He will not be disqualified as WINDHAM works over Savage with the steel chair and the referee lets him go. And now the Sweetwater superplex by WINDHAM. The pin roll here is 2 or lower. And on a roll of 5, Savage kicks out, but the damage has been done. And WINDHAM now firmly in control. WINDHAM now with the figure 4 leg lock. Will we see a submission here on a roll of 3 or lower? No, we will not. But Savage is in trouble as WINDHAM is taking control. And now the big lariat. The big lariat from WINDHAM. He's going to go for the cover. The pinfall here is 6. And on a roll of 5, he got him. So Barry Windham wins the second fall with the lariat. Windham with the lariat to win the second fall. And we go to the decisive third and final fall. Each man is able to, again, take a rest break here. Savage took a lot of punishment at the end of that second fall. And so Windham has the fatigue advantage here. 0 tokens to 3, as Wyndham did a lot of cerebral moves there, in and out of the ring, and kind of kept Savage off balance throughout that second fall. Used the steel chair shots and took advantage of the referee's lenience. But this is a championship match, so there is disqualification rules in effect. And both men will have to keep that in mind here as we enter the third and final fall. Again, James J. Dillon has not yet made his presence known at ringside, but that's another weapon in the arsenal of the champion, as it looks like things are in favor of Barry Windham at this point in time, and Windham wins the initiative role starting off the third fall. And Windham with an elbow smash. Macho Man fires back, bounces off the ropes, and nails Windham with a neckbreaker clothesline. He's going to go for a cover on Snake Eyes, but on a roll of 9, Windham kicks out, and the match continues. Savage, in control here, goes with a pile driver, and Windham is stunned. Slow to get back to his feet. Savage now with an elbow to the head. Windham up to his knees. Savage with a rope straddle chokehold. Windham fighting as the referee puts the count on Savage to stop that choking. And now Savage with another neckbreaker clothesline. Didn't get all of that one, but he is still in control. Another clothesline, and this time Windham goes down and stays down. Will we see interference? Not yet. And now it is a vaulting neck snap by Savage. He loves that over the top rope, snapping the neck across the top rope. Windham is stunned. And as Savage comes back into the ring, he hits another running knee to the back, and Windham rolls out of the ring, hoping for some respite. But on a roll of 10, there will be no respite. Instead, there will be a steel chair shot from Savage to Windham. Will we see a disqualification here? No, we will not. Savage in control after the steel chair shot. Savage now again out of the ring. Will we see the shenanigans table come back into effect on a roll of 7 or higher? Yes, indeed, we will. It is going to be ringside mayhem once again, and this time it is going to be the tables. What is going to happen on the tables charts? Savage on the offensive. He tries to set up the table, but Windham attacks him, and there will be no table attack. And instead, it is Windham now with a steel chair attacking Savage. Will there be a disqualification here? No, there will not, and Windham now takes control. Both these men are just wearing away everything they can come up with, tables and chairs and everything else. Windham now in control, and he goes to the figure 4 leg lock, trying to slow down the mayhem of the Macho Man. Windham follows that up with a drop kick, as Savage gets to his feet after getting to the bottom rope. Sleeper hold again applied by Windham. And again, Savage is going to escape the ring to avoid the effects of that sleeper hold. And from the outside of the ring, on a roll of 9, it is Windham who is going to stay put and force Macho Man to crawl back into the ring ahead of the 10 count. Macho Man trying to clear his head from the effects of that sleeper. And now it's the lariat. Windham timing it perfectly, nails Savage with the lariat. The pinfall once again is 6 or lower. And on a roll of 4, he got him. Congratulations to Barry Windham, who came from behind in winning falls 2 and 3 with the lariat to put aside the challenge of the Macho Man Randy Savage and retain the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship 2 out of 3 falls. Barry Windham is your winner. How about that? Barry Windham rejoicing with James J. Dillon at ringside as the Macho Man is forced to go away with his tail between his legs and back to the bottom of the totem pole for Randy Savage after losing a heartbreaker to Barry Windham in a best 2 out of 3 falls showdown. Savage won the first fall with a flying elbow drop, but Windham then able to slow down the pace of the match, take control, and put down Savage twice, both times using that flying lariat. That is a thing of beauty. When he comes off those ropes, that 6'7" frame just hurling across the ring and nailing his opponent with that lariat. That happened to Savage twice, and as a result, Barry Windham retains the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 matches remaining. And both of these matches are for your World Heavyweight Championships. First off will be the NWA World Tag Team Championship. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it's for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers from the Isle of Samoa. At a total combined weight of 616 pounds, they are Afa and Sika, the Wild Samoans. The Wild Samoans coming from Patriot Championship Wrestling to challenge for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. And their opponents, also coming from Patriot Championship Wrestling, at a total combined weight of 501 pounds, they are collectively known as the New Age Outlaws, the Road Dogg Jesse James, and the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws. All right, this should be a very interesting matchup. It's one fall. Disqualification rules are in effect, so the Samoans will have to be wary of that, as they do have the inclination to get disqualified. But they have the opportunity. This is the first defense of the NWA World Tag Team Championship since the New Age Outlaws surprised the Fabulous Freebirds to win the belts. It will be the Badass Billy Gunn starting things off against Wild Samoan Sika. And again, they could not use the New Age Outlaws or the Road Dogg or the Badass monikers on these cards because these are official Filsinger cards from Expansion Pack 5. So I will stumble and call these guys BG and Kip from time to time, but I will do my best to take my time and use the New Age Outlaws names as they are intended. And it will be Billy Gunn with the advantage to start things off. And it is Billy with a hip toss that takes Sika down to the canvas. Sika quickly back up to his feet, and Billy tries for the clothesline, but Sika dodges or does not go down. Clothesline has no effect on Sika whatsoever, and it is Sika who just grabs a chokehold on Billy Gunn. But Billy Gunn is going to fire right back and just shove Sika into the corner and stomp away in the corner. Stomps in the corner by Billy Gunn, and Sika goes down. Very effective counter maneuver by Kip James there. And now as Sika staggers back out to the center of the ring, Kip James is going to hit him with the Famouser. That is a +2 finisher. So on a roll of 5 or lower, we may have a pinfall here. Afa's going to try for the pin save, and that's a good thing because that would have been a pinfall. But on a roll of 2, it is Afa who goes crazy and interferes in a big way. A roll on the wrestler interference chart. So on the outside interference chart, a roll of 9, your ally distracts the referee, breaking the pin count. The referee orders him to leave, and the opponent rolls on level 3 offense. So Afa was able to break up the pinfall. But Sika remains in the center of the ring, and Kip James is still in control. And Kip is now going to go for a knee lift, which is a choice F maneuver. He will need a roll of 9 or lower to connect on that. And on a roll of 3, he is successful. And both men get back to their feet and come together again in the center of the ring. And this time it is Sika with a shoulder block that takes Kip James down to the canvas. But Kip is first back to his feet, and Kip comes back with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Sika, and on a roll of 7, it is a big kick from Kip James that stuns Sika. Kip is going to tag in his partner, the Road Dogg. I think I used Kip James a couple times there. Into the ring now is the Road Dogg. Road Dogg in control, and Road Dogg with those shuffling punches, taunting Sika as he comes in, and Sika is just going to fire back and try for a knee smash. That is a choice D maneuver. So he needs a roll of 9 or lower to execute that successfully. And on a roll of 5, he nailed it. And it is Road Dogg who is staggered, and Sika will make the tag to Afa, and we'll see Afa in the match for the first time. All the time that the Wild Samoans spent in the WWF/WWF, I never got to see them live, but I did see Tanaka and Fuji. I did not see the Wild Samoans live either. I did see the Samoan SWAT team, which was Rikishi and I believe the Tonga Kid in WCW back around 1989. Anyhow, where were we? It is Afa making his first appearance in the ring. And it is Afa with an attempted back elbow smash. But Road Dogg ducks out of the way of that, and Road Dogg comes back with a forearm smash. That has no impact whatsoever on Afa, as Afa is joined by Sika for a big double clothesline. Just totally taking the starch out of BG James, and over the top rope and down to the ringside he tumbles. As the Samoans just clotheslined Road Dogg out of his boots. And on a roll of 6, it is Afa who comes out and headbutts Road Dogg. And Road Dogg is stunned as Afa rolls him back into the ring. Afa now, they're going to go for that Samoan drop. That's a double team +2 finisher. And that is going to be a roll of 4 or lower for the pinfall. I don't typically try a pin save on a roll of 4 or lower. So we'll let it ride, and on a roll of 8, Road Dogg is able to kick out. And the champions do not have to waste a pinfall, or a pin save. Afa still in control, and this time it is Afa with a big headbutt that staggers the Road Dogg. Afa follows that up with a face ripper, just ripping at the eyes of the Road Dogg, and it is Road Dogg who tries to fire back with a knee lift. That's a power move. That's not going to work. And instead, it is Afa who whips Road Dogg into the corner, and Afa and Sika will double team on Road Dogg in the corner. And the tag is made, and Sika becomes the legal man in the ring. Sika with a neck breaker. He's going to go for the cover. The pin is 3 or lower, and on a roll of 5, Road Dogg kicks out, but Road Dogg is taking some punishment here as Sika now has control, and now it is a big bear hug from Sika. Billy James gets to his knees, but is suffering the impact of that bear hug, and now as he gets to his feet, it is Sika with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes the Road Dogg, and on a roll of 5, it is Road Dogg who comes off the turnbuckle and nails Sika with a bone-crushing, splitting lariat. And Sika now is hurt. Road Dogg follows that up with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Sika, and on a roll of 8, it is a back body drop from Road Dogg, and Road Dogg is able to get over and tag into his partner, Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn now in the ring against Sika, and it is Billy Gunn with a big jackhammer. Big show of strength there by Billy Gunn, slamming Sika down into the canvas. And he hits the jackhammer a second time. Billy Gunn with a very impressive show of strength here, and he follows that up with a standing drop kick. Nice standing drop kick by Billy Gunn. He's going to go for a cover. The pin roll here is 4 or lower, and on a roll of 3, he got him. Just like that. Once again, I do not waste pinfalls or pin saves on a roll of 4 or lower. And Kip James, after a mighty standing drop kick, just caught Sika right in the mush, and out of nowhere, Kip James catches the pinfall off of busy picking his nose or doing something to get caught off guard, and it is the New Age Outlaws who successfully defend the NWA World Tag Team Championship here, with Billy Gunn and the standing dropkick scoring the pinfall on Sika. As I make a few notes here for posterity. And boy, that was a close call for the champions, as Road Dogg was in trouble there for a while before he was able to sneak out, make the tag, and bring Billy Gunn into the ring. And it was a flurry by Billy Gunn that led to the pinfall, and the Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws, have successfully defended the NWA World Tag Team Championship here in Tampa, Florida. Salvador America, I saw them in Springfield, Massachusetts. You want to talk about masses of humanity that can intimidate you with a stare. All right, thank you, Salvador, for sharing your experiences, and it is time now for your main event of the evening. As Salvador America says, what just happened? And Afa and Sika are asking themselves the same questions. And to that, I will respond, oh, you know, you better call somebody. All right, so your champions retain the titles as Kip James and BG James, a.k.a. Billy Gunn and the Road Dogg, have defended the NWA World Tag Team Champions with a stunning victory out of nowhere over the Wild Samoans. And now it is time for your main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with no time limit. Disqualification in effect, this is a world title match. This match is for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion out of Beverly Hills, California. He stands 6'1" and weighs in at 245 pounds. He is the one and only Nick Bockwinkel. Nick Bockwinkel coming out full of pomp and circumstance here in Florida. And his opponent is your reigning and defending NWA World Heavyweight Champion from Norman, Oklahoma. Standing at 6'2" and weighing in at 275 pounds. He is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He is Dr. Death, Steve Williams. All right, neither of these men particularly have the favor of the fans. Williams has aligned himself with Ted DiBiase and some scumbags and scalawags in Texas. Nick Bockwinkel, a very arrogant competitor in his own right. Bockwinkel, a very dangerous man. But Steve Williams actually pulled the upset and defeated Nick Bockwinkel to win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And it is Williams defending the belt against the former champion here tonight in Tampa in our main event. And it is Williams who wins the opening initiative role. And Williams comes out with a clubbing forearm. He has the power advantage here, and he just pounds away at Nick Bockwinkel with those forearms. Bockwinkel goes down, and now a headbutt from Dr. Death. Yeah, Salvador America, we got a difference of opinion already, as we've got one fan of Dr. Death and one fan of the smartest man in wrestling, and it is Williams now with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Bockwinkel, and on a roll of 10. That is the power roll, and Williams, the more powerful of the two men, wins the confrontation on the shoulder tackle in the center of the ring. Williams maintains control, and Williams now is going to go for a standing drop kick. That is a choice C maneuver. He needs a 7 or lower to connect on that, and on a roll of 6, he got it, but he didn't get all of it. And Bockwinkel is able to counter. Bockwinkel hit the reversal, and it is Bockwinkel now with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Dr. Death. And on a roll of 4, that's good for Dr. Death. That is a pile driver as Bockwinkel set his head too early. Williams grabs him, picks him up, and dumps him headfirst onto the canvas with a pile driver. And Williams now is in control. And Williams goes right to the Oklahoma Stampede. This is a +2 pinfall. The pin roll is 4 or lower. And on a roll of 4, he got him just like that. Dr. Death, Steve Williams, has pulled the upset again with an overpowering performance. He came off the ropes. He picked up Bockwinkel and pile-drived him, and wasting no time, he picked up Bockwinkel again and delivered the Oklahoma Stampede. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and still NWA World Heavyweight Champion is Dr. Death Steve Williams by way of the Oklahoma Stampede. How about that? If you thought what just happened on the first match, everybody in the arena is saying what just happened on that second match, as out of nowhere, Dr. Death Steve Williams, with a series of power moves, just put away Nick Bockwinkel in under 5 minutes with the Oklahoma Stampede, and that is all she wrote. Dr. Death is on a roll right now. Frank Wayne Scott loves using the team of Doc and Gordy. Yeah, that's a fun team to use. I've been using Doc and Ted DiBiase more often. And so Nick Bockwinkel falls prey to the Oklahoma Stampede. Your winner in our main event and still NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the one and only Dr. Death Steve Williams. Did he pull the tights? Asks Salvador America. You know, I do have a little chart for that. I usually only use it on Snake Eyes, but we'll see what the chart says on this one. And on a roll of 6, that's on a roll of 6. That's the injury roll. I just rolled a 6. So if I were doing this with a roll of 2, that would be an injury roll. But we'll not subject Nick Bockwinkel to an injury roll. We'll let the dice do what the dice did. So were we using that chart, I'd be rolling for an injury for Bockwinkel. But we'll just say that Dr. Death manned up and overpowered Bockwinkel with the Oklahoma Stampede for a decisive, almost squash match style victory. All right, thank you to everybody who came out tonight as we wrap things up. Frank Wayne Scott, Salvador America, Captain Carl H., Joseph Hinkle, Carl Zilla, Pops Reviews, Al Red Sox fan, Referee James Lawrence III, Thomas Morgan, Derek Bauman. Thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. Great viewership tonight. Please remember to leave a like on your way through the turnstile, as our good friend RJL would say. Thank you all once again for joining us for all of tonight's action as we have completed the pay-per-view broadcast of Heartland Havoc 109 Refugee. Congratulations to all of tonight's winners, in particular Steve, Dr. Death Williams, and the New Age Outlaws, both successfully defending the World Heavyweight Championship and the World Tag Team Championships, respectively. Successful defenses also for Barry Windham and for the Steiner brothers, and a new champion crowned in the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Division in Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. That's our recap for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. That's our stream, and I am out of here.